This morning in our series, A Dish, we're getting a rare taste of life behind the scenes in a royal palace. Carolyn Robb is her name. She worked for the British royal family for 13 years. She knows lots of stuff. She's just published a collection of recipes that celebrates royal traditions and the classic British pastime, afternoon tea, that you have to drink with your pinky finger out. I love afternoon tea with those little sandwiches with the crust cut off. I love that. Roxana Saberi got to sample some of Robb's creations.
At home in the English countryside, Carolyn Robb recreates sweet memories.
It is like art, isn't it?
It is, yes. Really simple ingredients, but presentation counts for so much.
Inspired by the places she used to live
It's beautiful.
and work. The South African chef perfected her skills at Kensington Palace, a residence for generations of royalty, and where she landed her first job at age 21, right out of culinary school.
You must have had a very good job reference.
I was the lucky one.
They were impressed.
I think so, yes.
As part of her training, Robb got a crash course in royal protocol.
What are some of those protocols?
The first time you see a member of the royal family each day, you curtsy to them, which can be a bit awkward if you're in the kitchen with a potato peeler in your hand.
You just hide it behind you.
Exactly.
2 years later, she got the top job at the palace as the first female personal chef to Prince Charles and Princess Diana, and their sons, William and Harry.
How intimidating was it to work for the Prince and Princess of Wales?
I was so inspired by the job, I just threw myself into it and didn't stop to think about the daunting side of it.
Robb was at Kensington Palace in 1997 when the young princes had to deal with the untimely death of their mother.
There was very little that anybody, certainly in my position, could really do. But to know that the food was the best it could possibly be, and the fact that the kitchen was always a warm and happy and welcoming place.
In her new book, Robb aims to bring the comfort of cooking to everyone's home, with 50 recipes to celebrate the very British tradition of afternoon tea. The ritual is marked in style every summer at the Queen's garden parties, where the monarch invites thousands of members of the public to tea.
A Victoria sandwich is something that would always be served at a garden party. It's a very simple sponge: butter, sugar, eggs, flour, some vanilla.
What began in the 1840s as a mid-afternoon slice of cake, when one of Queen Victoria's ladies-in-waiting complained of a sinking feeling while waiting for dinner, has evolved into what can be an elaborate feast.
Let's try these meringues that you prepared.
The creme fraiche with the fruit hopefully cuts through the sweetness of the meringue a little.
You used to make these with the princes?
Yes, they love a piping bag full of meringue, and some of it ended up on the tray and in the oven.
Yeah. And some of it
Some
never
of it,
made it
well,
that far.
no.
With a range of sweet delights, from melting moment biscuits to cacao, date, and almond nuggets.
Dates pack a punch.
They do, don't they?
Robb hopes her royal recipes do more than just satisfy a sweet tooth.
I hope it's just all part of a bigger experience, spending time with family and friends, and enjoying some treats, something a bit special, something that you don't have every single day.
For CBS Mornings, Roxana Saberi, Woodcote, England.
Wow. Can you imagine Nate getting that job at the age of 21? And
How about that?
I love that she said, I didn't think about the daunting side of it. I just wanted to go and do a good job.
Right, and being a chef for the royal family, you celebrate the highs and the lows, all with food. Like, regardless of what's going on in the outside world, inside the family, food will always be there. You're the one serving and making it.
And people got to eat. I keep looking at this picture behind Nate, this piece of cake. Number one, you can tell just looking at the picture it's moist. And you can tell by the little orange curls and the little powdered sugar. That's good.
I love watching pieces that are about food with you, because every 3 seconds
food.
I hear,
I know.
I love food like you love food.
Yes, I'm a good
We're
eater.
foodies.
We're big foodies. Can't cook.
right.
You can cook. I can't cook.
All right.
But I love food.
We'll be right back.